Here with Jeff, one of the owners here at Murphy's Music. Hey Jeff, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well today. So, I have a few questions for you, and a lot of people know you guys, for being an excellent music shop around here in Long Island, and we wanted to ask, how did Murphy's Music start?
Murphy's Music was started actually in 1984 by Mr. Bob Murphy himself. And the store was Favilla Music before that. It was Straub Music before that. This store really has quite a history. It dates back to the 60s. So it evolved, from one owner to the next. And then myself, I showed up here in 1989 looking to buy my second guitar. I had no idea what I was in for. I walked into what was probably the coolest music store I could ever want to be in. It's just everybody here was amazing. And it was like almost like a little spark just went off in my head, like, man, I want to be a part of this. And I remember probably about a year after that, I came in here and I was like, hey, you guys like looking for any help or anything? And the manager at the time, his name was Russ, great guy. He was like, well, we might have a few things for you to do, but not much, yada, yada, yada. But then the funny thing was I also was a pilot. Okay. I got my pilot's license in high school, and my love for aviation was actually my ticket into Murphy's Music because Russ was a real aviation fanatic. And his dad was actually a pilot for TWA. And when he found out that I flew, oh, that was it. He wouldn't let me leave the store. He would pick my brain about flying and everything else. He wanted to get his pilot's license. So we kind of developed a real close relationship because of that. It's so funny. And I was always hanging out here, yakking with him, and Bob Murphy would come out of his office and say to Russ, who is this kid? He's like, oh, he's here. He says, why don't you just make him do something? And that was the start of it all for me. So literally like right out of high school, 1991, I graduated. I went to college for airway science. I flew planes for 13 years alongside of working here. I started off just helping out with all everyday stuff here. And then I started to manage the business around 1998. And then after we had moved into this location that we're in now, which was in 2001, we were next door, 50 feet away. This was the old Sam Ash. So you can imagine what that was like. 50 feet apart, you had two stores. And it was just like a constant river of people back and forth, back and forth. We never had advertised because everybody who came to Sam Ash, they came to Murphy's Music. So it was really cool. But anyway, once they moved out, we ended up taking the spot. And then I bought the store in 2006, actually, and I just love what it's become. It's been quite a crazy climb up the ladder, I should say. Getting this place where it is now. But I'm like super happy about all the support we have out there, the community. When you give your community all the support they need, they're going to come right back at you with it. So it's a two-way street.
My next question is, what has kept you guys in the music business for a long time? Like, what would you say is a strategy, to keep customers?
It's not easy. As you all know, the competition is fierce out there, especially with the online business. Online presence is a must, no matter who you are, how big you are, whether you have one store, you have 10 stores, you have to have a strong online presence. You need to open your doors to the world. We ship every day here. I mean, there's not a day that goes by we're not sending something out.
As a average consumer, there's always some things that, an online store does offer, but I this is just my opinion. You just can't beat the feeling of a physical store.
That's correct. That's true. You can buy things online. Then if you have questions, concerns, issues, who do you complain to? You're going to call Amazon customer service and the guy's reading from cue cards or something like that. I'm sorry, Amazon. I love Amazon. I buy a lot of stuff from you. But hey, the human element is the most important thing when it comes to taking care of people's needs after they purchased a product. It's just as important what goes on after the sale as it is before the sale. So, get them well informed, and I feel like a well-educated customer is a much better customer. They want to walk out knowing a lot more than they did before they came in, So we always make sure that we're not just selling you a product, we're also giving you a good education about it too.
All right, and our last final question. What would you say is the newest and greatest gadget here in Murphy's Music?
The newest and greatest gadget. Oh my goodness gracious! Besides me, Let's see. Well, we just got some really cool stuff in. We're expanding our pro audio area that we're involved with now. A lot more microphones and things like that. Nuix is a great company. They're big up and coming company. They make a lot of stuff. We just got in their new digital in-ear wireless system, the monitor system for in-ear monitors. That's a really cool element to have in a band. We also got we got their new 8-pad electronic drum pad from Nuix as well, the DP2000, I believe it's called. That's really cool. Something we really haven't done here in the past, but we're getting into a little bit more in the percussion area, pro audio area. So there's a lot of hot new items, especially in the wireless technology. Bluetooth is being integrated now into amplifiers. That's a big thing because we all know how kids love to use their phones for everything, and now they can stream music and everything right to their amplifier if they want to practice along with songs and stuff like that. That's a big thing now. So that's like the latest and greatest, tech. A lot of wireless technology right now. Cool stuff.
All right, folks, if you guys have any musical needs and concerns, please come and check out Murphy's Music here in 447 Walt Whitman Road in Melville, New York. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome, man. It was my pleasure. Good luck to everyone out there.